Ladies and gentlemen, our next act this evening, welcome to the world of Madame Banjo.
Good evening. He's a big lad, isn't he? Yes, my eyes are still watering. Just wouldn't mind if you give me a little time to
adjust. Get yourself together.
What do you think of the outfit? I got it for an Essex safari. Do I have to do all this stuff that most comedians do?
No, your assistant will do it for you.
Oh, my lovely assistant.
Why the banjo?
That's supposed to be later on. Anyway, I had a bit of trouble getting here this evening because I came on public transport and anyway, I'm waiting for the 72. Anyway, bus comes along and the driver says, he says to me, "You can't come on with that." I said, "Come on with what?" He said, "I'm talking to the banjo." Now that is such an old joke, and anyway, I got on, but I got my own back. I took my sat-nav on the bus, and I was up front near the driver, and I stuck it on the window, and it's going down Roehampton Lane, and he said, "In 100 yards, turn left," because I got it set to an American setting. Anyway, he drives straight across, and I looked at him. I said, "What are you doing?" He said, well, anyway, didn't. Anyway, then it said, "Perform a U-turn in 100 yards." And he said, "Look, turn it off." And I said, "Well, why?" I said, "I'm not sure how to get to this gig." And he said, anyway, slams the brakes on. And he says, "Look," he says, "I have a route." And I said, "Do I look that good?" and anyway, he told me to get off, and he said, I'll call the inspector. So I had to get off. So he said, "Take your banjo with you." And this is. So I had to walk through the woods. Mind you, I felt a lot safer than walking along Barnes High Street. Anyway, I've got it. But anyway, I came along really to tell you about how the world of Madame Banjo first started. Because when I was born, the doctors had to make a decision. What about the people who are supposed to shout out they made the wrong one?
They made the wrong one!
Anyway, time went by, and all my friends got married, so I thought that was so I got married, well, I'll see you later. Anyway, it didn't work out really. So I did quite a depressing time in my life. So I went down the pub, and there's one guy in there, and it's my friend of mine, Howard, and I just went in there, and both nothing much to say, so we're both staring at the bar. And I said to him, "Howard," I said, "my wife doesn't understand me." And he thought for a moment, and he said, "My wife doesn't understand you either." So anyway, my dad disowned me, and he said, "Look, if you go through this sex change, you're no son of mine." And and my brother-in-law was concerned because obviously living with his sister, you know, he was a bit concerned. And I said to him, Timmy, I said, because that was his name, and I said, Timmy, I said, I said, I'm not as mad as you think I am, and he said, thank God for that. Anyway, Anyway, as I said to him, I'm not as mad as you think I am. However, I did once super glue my ears back because I thought they stuck out a bit. And I was working in a shop and I had my hair cut quite short. And so I thought, anyway, stuck them back with super glue. It works really well. And anyway, but the trouble is, about 3 or 4 days later, I came unstuck because the right one went. I was talking to a customer, and it went ping. It came out. So I had to talk to the customer side on, going, yes, and talking out the side of my mouth like that. and I thought, well, what am I going to do now? I didn't have any more glue with me, so I couldn't stick it back, and the other one was stuck fast. So I thought, well, I just carried on the same thing about talking to the customers side on. And then, anyway, so I got home, and I thought, run a bath. The only solution is soap and water. So I got in the bath, soaked it up, laid back and started tugging, which was no help whatsoever. and anyway, my brother-in-law suggested I went to a psychiatrist, so I think he's turned up tonight, actually. I think he's turned up. But anyway, so I took his advice and I went to the psychiatrist, and I got there early. And there was a guy in there, obviously before me, waiting to go in. And he was dressed as Napoleon with a big hat, the tunic, the arm in the sling, you know, the arm in the sling. And I said to him, well, what's the matter with you? And he said, I'm a bit worried. He said, I keep thinking I'm Jesus. And he said, I said to him, well, don't you mean Napoleon? And he goes, no, he says, I am Napoleon. And, anyway, I thought I'd play you out with Bad Banjo Blues, which goes a little like this. Bad Banjo.
Madame Banjo didn't want me to tell you this. That was Madame Banjo's first ever gig. I want to tell you though, I thought Madame Banjo was awesome. The only tricky thing is, how do you follow that? How on earth do you follow Madame Banjo? Luckily, I don't have to.